In the 1670s, Sir Isaac Newton wrote in a letter to his friend Robert Hooke, "If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants." Standing on the shoulders of giants. This is exactly what reading a biography can do for you. Hey you beautiful people, welcome back to a new video on our channel Read Travel Become. Reading biographies has been one of my favorite non-fiction categories. Now imagine there is a very successful person. He invites you to his place, he makes you comfortable and he tells you all his life story, all his interesting ups and downs, all his anecdotes, all his lessons learned, everything in your own space, over a cup of coffee maybe. And these anecdotes, these lessons turn out to be extremely useful for you because he has already experienced it and you are listening to his story. This kind of motivation hits at a different level because rather than someone just telling you, okay, these are the tools, if you do this, you'll become successful, and there's another person who tells you, okay, these were the things, these were the circumstances, I did this, this was wrong, this was right, and because of all of this, I am where I am. I think in the second case, there is a relatability factor which you feel, and this kind of inspires you more. Whenever you're stuck in an awful situation, you're stuck in a situation which demands patience, which demands courage, you seldom try to feel, okay, this particular person had battles which were greater, which were bigger than the battle which I am fighting. So this gives you a perspective to fight your own battle. So that is why I feel biographies are one of the most inspiring books to read and they can change your life in many ways. In this video, I'm going to recommend you some of my favorite biographies. I've made sure that they are not very difficult to read. The only thing is that they might be slightly long, but they are not at all difficult to read. You can easily sail through them. And also, okay, so little Grogu here says that make sure you watch the video till the end. You may never know which thought or fact may resonate with you and change the course of your life. So let's get started. The first book on my list is Elon Musk's biography, which is written by Ashley Vance. So Elon Musk, as you all know, is more relevant than ever. He's one of the most influential entrepreneurs we currently have. We all know about him. He runs SpaceX, Tesla and many other companies. And this book written by Ashley Vance basically chronicles all of his journey right from when he was a kid up until the successful launch of SpaceX and Tesla. So this book is more relevant than ever today. Today Elon Musk is the richest person in the world and I think everybody should read this book about how this man has kind of developed a mentality to change the world. He doesn't want to be a hero, but he has that mentality that he has the power to change the whole world. He's thinking of humanity as a whole and not just a specific part of society. This is an extremely inspiring book and a lot of times you would feel it is not humanly possible for a person to be so productive, to be so workaholic. How adamant he is about changing the world, how adamant he is about colonizing Mars and making reusable rockets and using renewable sources. He's no less than a rock star when he walks into the office and he talks about these pop culture references. He's a fan of Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and he's a fun kind of a guy. So everything about his life is written in this book and I think everybody should definitely read this book once. The next book on my list is Into the Wild by Jon Crocker. It is basically a biography of Christopher McCandless, which is written by Jon Crocker. Christopher McCandless was a regular guy. He had been good in his academic career, but he chose to leave everything and go into the Alaskan wilderness and he was found dead after 2 years in the Alaskan wilderness. So Jon Crocker has written about his brief journey. This particular man, Christopher McCandless, decides to just go into the forest and live on his own life of solitude. He wants to be alone. He wants to experience life at a very basic level, at a very minimalistic level. But I feel everybody should read this book because it is a first-hand account and it's very detailed about how human beings tend to dwell in a society. So in the book, the main character, Chris McCandless, is actually stuck by an ideology. This ideology was developed in the late 1820s in the United States, which is known as Transcendentalism. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. And this particular ideology follows that every human being, every single human being is good, is pure on his or her own. They don't need an external influence. Whenever they are in a society, whenever they are in a tribe, their moral gets corrupted and they become a selfish person or a bad person. So this particular ideology is stuck to this character and that's why he wants to lead an aloof life, a life in which only he is responsible for his own well-being. He wants to live a minimalistic life, a very basic life. It is a beautiful book if you want to explore a new kind of ideology, and if you are someone who likes to travel a lot, I think this is one of the best travel memoirs written. The next book on my list is Educated by Tara Westover. This is written by Tara Westover herself, and it's a memoir who had a very, very intense upbringing. In her upbringing, she was not allowed to go to school. Even her brother was not allowed to go to school. She had a very parochial family. Her father used to think that sending children to schools basically polarizes their viewpoint and changes their viewpoint. He wanted both of his children to work in a labor thing and not get educated, but how this girl found solace in books and how she entirely changed her life, all of this is written in this book. It's an extremely inspiring book. Some of the anecdotes from this book will shake you to the core. They're very intense. They're not at all everyone's cup of tea. From the circumstances from which Tara Westover rose to where she is today is written all about in this book. The importance of education is rightly pointed out in this book. The importance of reading, importance of being aware of the society, and it's a very inspiring book, and I think everybody should read this book once in their lifetime. The next book on my list is a book written by Robert Iger, The Ride of a Lifetime. Robert Iger is the 6th CEO of Disney. So like we all know, Disney is one of the most epic, most grand media companies in the world. They are so huge, they literally own everything. They own Marvel, Pixar, they own Lucasfilm, they own literally everything, even the sports channels, even the entertainment channels. They own literally everything, and it's a huge enterprise. Now what it takes to lead such an enterprise is written all about in this book. So this man, who is the CEO of Disney, has had some amazing stories to tell through this book. He has some very exciting adventures. My personal favorite one is the one which he had with Steve Jobs. So basically there was a time when Disney's animation was not at all good. They were not as technically advanced as Pixar was, and Pixar was owned by Steve Jobs, and the relations between Pixar and Disney were not at all good because the previous CEO had some issues with Steve Jobs. As soon as Robert Iger became the CEO of Disney, he made sure that he repairs his relationship with Steve Jobs, and he was actually very scared to ask Steve Jobs to sell Pixar to him. He was very doubtful about it, whether he should go for it or not, but he followed his wife's words. His wife just said to him, be bold, maximum kya hoga, he'll just say no, and he followed that, and Steve Jobs agreed to sell him Pixar. After the acquisition of Pixar, Disney went on to acquire Marvel, it went on to acquire Lucasfilm, the entire Star Wars thing, and Disney, as you all know, is a huge entertainment industry today. So the thing I liked about this book is Robert Iger was not someone who would tell in this book that okay, I struggled this much, I did this much to earn this, and he would in fact say that sometimes he thinks he's not very suitable for the job, and sometimes he thinks how he became the CEO and he was not really deserving, but he was just sure about one thing, that if he is doing the job, he will do it right. So I like that kind of an attitude where you have that imposter syndrome, that maybe you are not as deserving, but at the same time you feel that if I am doing this, I will do it right, whatever it takes. So that way I really like this book. There are some other stories as well which you would really like, and so yeah, you should definitely read this book. The next book on my list is a memoir by Barack Obama, Dreams for My Father. This is the only Barack Obama book which I have read. I have not read The Audacity of Hope or A Promised Land, but I want to read those books as well. This book is extremely inspiring because this is a journey of one of the most influential leaders of our time. If you want to get inspired instantly, you should definitely study this man. This man has seen a lot of struggle in his life, be it his familial struggle, his personal struggle, struggles of being identified in the society. The times in which Obama was born were very difficult for members of his race, but still he chose to know his identity, he chose to fight for his identity, and he chose to fight for himself and the society as a whole. This is very inspiring. If you read the story of Barack Obama, you would feel that he has a lot of downs also. He has made a lot of mistakes in his life through which he has learned. This book is basically about a young man who is just asking questions about his own identity and how he belongs in the society. Reading this book feels like Barack Obama is taking you on a long walk in the woods. He's holding your hands, he's making you comfortable. We all know what kind of a vibe he has when he talks. Same vibe you will feel when you read this book. He's holding your hand and taking you into the woods and telling you all about his life. So this book is a very beautiful book, and I highly recommend everyone to read this book. So all of these books which I recommended are actually of an international perspective. They have a global perspective. But if you are an Indian and if you want a more relatability factor, I think this is the best autobiography you can ever read. I'm talking about the book Wings of Fire by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam is a man who needs no introduction, and he's one of the greatest leaders the world has ever seen. While reading that book, you would feel that as though Dr. Kalam is personally talking to you like a teacher. He's just right there in front of you. He's telling you in a very inspiring way what all you should do, what all he did, how his beautiful life was. His ideals are legendary. If you are a student, I think you should definitely read this book. I've also made a video on books recommended by Dr. Kalam, which you can find in the I button here. So yeah, this is the autobiography which I feel everybody should read. Okay, so the people who are following me since quite some time know that I am a fan of one particular book which I have been recommending almost in all of my videos, so I decided not to talk much about this book. But if you are someone new who's watching me for the first time, this is my favorite biography, autobiography written by Phil Knight. The book is named Shoe Dog. It's about the story of Nike, and yeah, I highly recommend reading this book. I've already recommended it a lot of times, so I'm not talking much about the book in this particular video, but it is one of my favorite books of all time. So that's all for this video. I really hope you like these recommendations. If you have read any of these, do let me know in the comment section. We can discuss. And I personally vouch for all of these books. These books are extremely inspiring and they are not very difficult to read. They might be long. Some of these books are long, but you need to have that patience. The best thing about these books are they are written in a story format. They have a very structured way of narration, so you never feel bored. You always want to know what happened to the character next. So you can definitely pick these books. I really hope you liked all of these recommendations. And yeah, if you like my content, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. It really motivates me to make more and more meaningful content that brings value in your life. And yeah, that's all for this video. See you in the next video. Bye bye.